Hi everyone, and we're back here with another weekly basket. This is where I shop through my collection and I pull makeup items that I want to use for the coming week, the week that's ahead. And I pick up stuff that I've recently hauled, mixed with some of my oldies. Some might be goodies, some may just be products I bought to try out, never used or loves. And I just pull them to use them, and also I incorporate a lot of my project challenges items that I hope to finish. So let's dive into the makeup products I'll be using for this coming week. Love to start with face, and I generally go as I apply it. Moisturizer, I've been playing around with 2 moisturizers. I think from next week I may try to narrow it down, as one of them will be in my finish. I think it's 5 by fall, so look out for that video coming up this week. Primer wise is the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and that's a project pan item, along with my foundation. I'm only using one this week. I have another foundation that's in a project pan, but I have to be at work this week, and BB creams really won't cut it because my days are not too long. But I generally use the BB cream more or less for running errands, quick trips, that kind of stuff. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection Foundation, and this one is in 314 Nude. Because that does not give a lot of coverage and it's light, it's like a tad bit lighter than I am, I use my beige powder to set, and I really should repress this. I haven't, but it works really well. I usually just use it on the contour areas, or like the areas that you need to warm up, and then I set the rest of my face with this Airspun loose powder in translucent extra coverage. I used this last week and I enjoyed it, so I decided to pull it this week. Next week I think I'm going to move on to another powder. For contouring, I have 2 from the BH Forever Nude Light Medium. I have this one here. I'm using the contour. I'll also be using the blush. I generally use this yellow powder to set my under eye. And in addition to that, I also have another palette that I love, that I've been loving, and I have a review already on it, and this is the LA Girl blush collection in Glow. It has contour colors, highlights, and we have 2 blushes. So I'm going to use a highlight from these in addition to the one that's in the beige palette. I added a sample blush. This is the MAC blush. This is in Kitten. I had the sample and I've not used it. I thought, hey, let me try it in. And I have my MAC blush in Whole Lotta Love. It's one of the Prolong Wear blushes. So I thought, okay, this should be... I've used this once or twice. Oh, I've hair on my hands, so it's going to be hard to see, but it's really pigmented. So I'm excited to use it back. I can't even remember how many times I have used this since I got it. Concealer. I'm still working with the dark corrector and trying out this. This is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the Corrective Orange. This is really for under eyes. And then I have the Fit Me from Maybelline. The number I have is 25, which is medium. And I have this in Project Pan, so I'm throwing it in. This is the Garnier Skin Renewal. This is the one that's tinted. Has an, like a concealer. It's not necessarily concealer, but it can give you a little coverage. So I'm just putting that in, and to set it all, I'm trying with my LA Girl Pro Setting HD settings. Moving on to eyes, primer. I've been using this actually, and I think I was looking for an e.l.f. that I had open. I'm gonna just play around with this, and I may try another one, but it's working so far for me. I actually did use it for my brother's wedding and his reception. They were 2 different days, so and it worked. So this is eyelid primer, and this is my MAC Red Velvet Shade Stick. I'm working on that for Project Pan. And eyeshadows, I have 2 of the palettes from my Pan palette. I plan to do an update right after this video. And I have my MUA Undress Me 2 here. And I also have in this beige palette, I have my Urban Decay Deluxe eyeshadow palette. 3 other palettes that I am adding would be this LA Colors Brown Buzz. I purchased this a couple weeks back, didn't use it. I am using like this color on the lid, and I use these 2 colors in the crease. So that's what I'm using, and I will try out the green color soon. But I've actually only been using the neutrals from this palette just because it was work and stuff like that. And since I'm using like a red tone base, I decided to pull some stuff that had pink in them. Not red, pink. Palettes that had pink in them. So I have this Michael Kors Estee Lauder collaborative palette. It has a blush, so that's another plus in it. And then I have another eyeshadow palette from Estee Lauder, and this was with the Lily Pulitzer collection. And I actually have used a bit of the shadow. These two, I love them. And so I thought, hey, I'm just going to throw them back in and get some love. So maybe each day I can just use different palettes to get a look. Eyeliner, I have two. One from MAC. It's my Practice Makes Perfect and my NYX Lime Green. I'm going to work on those two mainly for the summer. Then I have for my upper lid Jordana Color Envy Waterproof Liquid Liner and my Jordana Cat Eye Liner. One is black and one is brown, and brown more or less for the neutral looks. So it's not too, like, you know, there. Then mascara, Rimmel. Here we have the Lash Accelerator. And then the Wonder Lash, which has argan oil in it for my lashes. I don't use primer since I'm using these. They're supposed to be amazing for your lashes. So I'm trying not to like use them with primer, and you know, I'm thinking if they go directly in my lashes, they're supposed to help. Then this is my eyebrow pencil, and I set it with the e.l.f. wet gloss. So that is it in total for eyes, and let's go into lips. That's like my favorite part. Lips, we have two lip liners here in Project Pan. This is a nude one from Makeup Forever, and this is from Soft Touch. So a pink and a nude. These are also Project Pan items. I have a couple lipsticks here in addition to one that's in Project Pan. This is Estee Lauder Sugar Honey, and I'm actually wearing this with Sasha's Floral Coral. Yes, I actually did paint over the packaging. So I have this on first. I should use the nude lip liner just to outline, then this color, and on top of it I have this one, which is like a shimmery. I don't usually like these kind of colors, but I got this with a gift with purchase, so I'm hanging on to it, and that's how I'm going to try to use it, mix it with some of my other lipsticks. And sticking with Sasha, I have a couple other Sasha lipsticks. This is Maroon Glaze, and I'm using this and another maroon lipstick because I find these two look quite alike, and the one that I am thinking it looks really close to is Matte Me Ebony. So they do have a nice scent. I love the scent. Then we have here Leading Lady for Work. And the reason I'm pulling these out is that I'm seeing that they are like, they're starting to get like really dry, and I notice with a lot of matte lipsticks that they get dry. Once they start to get dry, and you need to start using them. The more you use them, generally the more creamier they get. And this one is Matte Me Not. I got this lately and I fell in love with it right away. It looks a lot like chiffon, but it's a slightly different, and I thought I'd pull it out. Then I have Classy here from Jordana. They're Modern Mattes again. I'm going to try to see how I can incorporate one each week. Then my Urban Decay lipstick in Streak. It's a nice corally color. And have one more lipstick and then a lip gloss. This is the Clinique's lipstick, and this one is in pink. I absolutely love this. This has got most use out of all of them. I even worked with this for the wedding, and I had on purple lips, so like a more fuchsia. I had LUV from Kat Von D. When that wore out after quite a long time, I actually used this, and once I put it on, everyone was like, oh my gosh, I love that lipstick. Then I have this soft matte lip cream. I lost this, and I recently found when I was digging through my collection again. That collection actually was in a bag. This is Addis Ababa. This was supposed to be in Project Pan, but I lost it, and I eventually had to just use another item. And my NYX Butter Gloss in Meringue, that is in Project Pan. And then the Stila Lip Glaze, I was using the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Lip Junkie much more than I was using this, and this just has this much to finish. So I am going to try and see how much of this I can get used up within this week, and hopefully I can finish it. So that is it for this week's basket. I'm not saying it's one of most of my exciting baskets, but it will work. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you're doing weekly baskets, what new you've used, anything exciting this week. I feel like I said, this week seems kind of dull, so I'll have to definitely put some life into it for next week. But until next time, have a blessed week, everyone.